I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. So today's video is assessing Dr. Barbara Sturm's darker skin tone routine. So as you know, I do tend to be a lot stricter when it comes to products targeted to skin of color, because the big problem that is happening is big companies just writing on the packaging for skin of color, but actually not having done the research as to what skin of color requires, why our skin is different to Caucasian skin, the ingredients that are best for us, and the correct percentages for us. So usually I don't tend to do negative videos, and a year ago I decided I was going to stop doing any videos, you know, condemning a product, because I just didn't want to put negative energy out there. But I do feel that it's my responsibility when it comes to skin of color to ensure that I'm giving feedback to these companies to improve their product, which ultimately, you know, is beneficial for all of us. And honestly, when it comes to my products too, I love it when people give me feedback as well, so I can also improve. So I do think it's for the greater good, and I also don't want you wasting your money on products that don't work for you or can irritate your skin and lead to hyperpigmentation for you. So there are many reasons for me to make this particular video, and it's a little bit different to the norm. Usually I'm doing product recommendations, but this one I just expect excellence when it comes to manufacturing for skin of color. So let's start off with Dr. Barbara Sturm. First of all, let's talk about what are my criteria when it comes to formulating for skin of color. Number one, the product must not cause irritation. This means the product must be NAFE safe, no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. Number two, I expect anti-inflammatories in our skincare because any form of inflammation triggers our melanocyte. Number three, I expect tyrosinase inhibitors in our skincare because we get hyperpigmentation and dull skin. Those tend to be our biggest concerns. And so you can't tackle those unless you use tyrosinase inhibitors in the product, which is rare for it to be in over-the-counter products. Number four, I expect there to be ceramides in the product because for skin of color, we have less ceramides than Caucasian skin, and so we require it in our skincare routine. Number five, I expect humectants in our routine because for us, we need water molecules. So humectant is basically a water magnet. We need these water magnets to hold water in between the skin cells in the top layer of skin so that they're separated, and this gives us more of a glowy look, and it also reduces or fades hyperpigmentation. And lastly but not least, I expect cruelty-free. So as you know, I manufactured the Dr. V facial pigmentation kit and the Dark Circles kit, the body pigmentation kit, our whole daily range. Everything is made in the UK, and so we have to follow UK and EU guidelines, which means cruelty-free. And actually there's no need for cruelty when it comes to cosmetics. I'm a formulator, and there's just no need. So cruelty-free is what I expect. Okay, so with the Dr. Barbara Sturm dark skin tones routine, it's basically a 9-step routine, and I'm going through every single product. Some products are actually okay, some products I would sidestep, and I'm going to go through them, starting with the foam cleanser. So first product, it's €55. It's a basic cleanser. It has no tyrosinase inhibitors in it. It contains denatured alcohol, so it's not NAFE safe. I would honestly say Cetaphil is better and much cheaper than €55. So for me, a foam cleanser is a no. The second product in this is the Enzyme cleanser. So if you look at the inky list, that's the ingredients list at the back. The second ingredient is talc. Talc is quite high up, which means it's at a high percentage. I would avoid talc on all broken skin. So for example, if you have a rash or you have acne, do not use this product. So how it works is they use subtilicin, which is basically a protein digesting enzyme. And the thing is, it's affected by temperature and pH. And so it's not controlled exfoliation. It's probably the least irritating enzyme available in a cleanser out of all the enzyme cleansers. I'm not a fan of enzyme cleansers because of the variability. So it's probably the least irritating, but I just prefer a controlled chemical exfoliation with lactic acid or mandelic acid for skin of color. So it just wouldn't be one that I would recommend. Okay, so moving on to the next product is the Balancing Toner. So it's a hydrating toner and I do like it. It doesn't have any tyrosinase inhibitors. It doesn't really have any, you know, anything in it other than it's going to hydrate the skin, but it is NAF safe and it is good for dry skin. So it's an okay toner and I wouldn't say no. I'd say that Hada Labo, the anti-aging toner, is cheaper and equally as effective as this particular toner. The next product in this range is the face mask. So I actually really like this face mask, which I'm glad to say. It's great for oily skin because it contains kaolin. So kaolin is absorbent. And actually anyone with oily acne prone skin should be using a clay mask once a week. It is NAF safe as well, which I love, and it's hard to find NAF safe products, meaning no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. So this one is a thumbs up from me. Okay, moving on to the next product, which I also like, and that's a hyaluronic acid serum. So I love the formula of this. It's very hydrating and NAF safe. But I would say for skin of color, because we require so many actives, it's not really worth it for us to have one single whole layer just on hyaluronic acid. It really just should be in a cocktail serum or cream with tyrosinase inhibitors and other actives that we require. It just feels like a bit of a waste of a whole step just to do hyaluronic acid. In fact, today I've done a whole video on hyaluronic acid mistakes that people are making. So if you are interested in that, please do watch that video as well. The next product, unfortunately, was a huge disappointment, and that was the eye cream for £110. It's a total waste of money. Basically, it's just emollients. There are no actives in it. It's basically just a moisturiser. And I think they're hoping you're going to buy this based on the brand name, Dr. Barbara Sturm, and that it says eye cream. But honestly, yeah, save £110 and buy yourself something nice. The next product was the face cream. And honestly, this one just shocked me. I just don't get it. This was £135. The first 13 ingredients. So you know how you look at the Inky list, so this ingredients list at the back, it's in descending order. So if you look, the highest percentage at the top, and as you go down, the percentages decrease. The first 13 ingredients for the face cream are solvents and emollients. Can you imagine the first 13 ingredients? That's basically 99% of the product. Then after that, got niacinamide ascorbic acid at a fraction of a percent, and it's basically for marketing. I just don't get it. You may as well just buy Cera-Pep or CeraVe, and it's a cheap moisturizer, £135. This one is pure marketing, and they're hoping you're going to fall for darker skin tones, and that really, like, it frustrates me. Can you tell? Usually I'm much kinder than this, and I'm feeling very frustrated right now. The next product, I thought, oh, this is going to be the one. This one's exciting. So it's called Sundrop SPF50, £110. Oh, lordy, lordy. The good thing I would say with this is that it is NAF safe. It is a chemical sunscreen. It's very expensive, and the directions are wrong. It says mix with a cream. You never, ever, under any circumstance, mix your sunscreen with a cream because you dilute it, and you don't know how much you're diluting it by. When we do tests on SPF, it has to be literally in the exact packaging. So for example, you know when we did the Inzincable testing for our mineral SPF50 for skin of color, before I did anything, I do a compatibility test just for the product. Then when they do testing, the testing is done under constant conditions. So that then gets put onto the packaging in your directions to make sure that what they're testing in the lab is what's happening to your face when you're on holiday. When you say to somebody, oh, do you know what, take your Inzincable and mix it with some cream, you'll no longer have SPF 50. You don't even know what SPF you're on, and it's a total waste of money. So the instructions are absolutely completely wrong, and no one should ever write those instructions on sunscreen packaging. And it really makes me question how much she knows about skincare if she allowed that to go onto the website and onto her packaging. And last but not least, we have her lip balm, which have 0 actives. Let me say that again. There are no ingredients in this lip balm that are going to do anything other than hydrate the lips. It is 100% emollients. It is £40, and honestly, I'd rather you went and purchased Vaseline, the original. You should buy this by the dozen. Each of my family members has 2 each, one for their school bag and one for home, and this is all we need. Honestly, I think she's amazing. Like I'm in shock. You know, it's very rare for me not to have words, but I just have no words. So basically, it's brands like this that made me start this YouTube channel, to basically lift the curtain on these major companies and show you how to read the ingredients list and not to ever be duped again. As you know, this is my love letter to all of you. I wrote Skin Revolution with HarperCollins as my publisher, and this basically cracks the whole industry wide open for you, and cosmetic companies should probably read this book if they want to formulate anything for skin of color, because actually our skin is very different to Caucasian skin, and you can't just, you know, use the same formula and slap for skin of color on top and expect that to work for us, because it just won't, and we deserve the best. That's just how I feel. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I've got 2 accounts, Skincare by Dr. V and Dr. Vanita Rattan. Please do follow me on TikTok, Dr. Vanita Rattan too. I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so make sure you hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you know I'm there to answer your questions. If there's any other videos you want me to make for you, please do write them down below. I feel like I'm getting to the bottom of my to-do list. I've stepped up my game and we're doing 4 videos a week. So I'm getting through my list very quickly and I need more content ideas. So you tell me what you want me to make and I will absolutely make it for you. If you want to purchase Skin Revolution, there's a link tree down below. If you want to purchase any of my kits for skin of color, whether it's a daily range or the pigmentation kits, the link is down below, skincarebydrv.com. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.